Game.
Okay guys, good evening. Today we will talk about how we will develop our will and moral courage. In order to achieve the development of will and moral courage, we must practice self-discipline because it gives us better control of ourselves as well as it enables us to focus on our goal until it is accomplished. So next po is gawin natin yung mental strength training since it enables us to ignore mga unnecessary natin na gawain for us na ma-focus natin at ma-apply ng effective yung step 1. Next is we must look after people with great courage so they can be our inspiration to achieve something and it keeps us motivated to pursue what our goal in life is. So overall, para effective nating ma-apply yung mga ideas earlier, dapat ulit-ulit natin gawin yung tamang desisyon at focus lang sa mga goal natin at lalo na yung mga gawain na nakakabuti sa atin at saka sa iba. And also, in contrast, huwag po natin gawin yung kabaliktaran nun, yung mga nakakasama. Huwag natin gawin sa iba yung ayaw natin mangyari sa sarili natin. Yun lang po. Keep safe po tayo.
How to develop will and moral courage. All of us people have a courage. But when we talk about moral courage, it means that to do what is right, simply because it is the right thing to do. To develop your moral courage, for me, you must have the personal sacrifice. When we say personal sacrifice, you help other people with no exchange. For example, you come to school late, but you saw an old lady having a hard time crossing the road. But you decided to help the old lady even though you are late coming to school. That's what you call personal sacrifice and moral courage.
Develop and practice self-discipline. Self-discipline is very hard to do, especially if you are used to do it or if there is something that is keeping you away from the things you need to focus. One of the example of develop and practice self-discipline is when you are addicted in playing online games like ML, COD, PUBG, and etc. But you have lots of schoolworks to do. That's why you decided to stop playing and start answering your assignment. You are controlling yourself not to do tempted in playing because your goal is you won't play until you won't finish your schoolwork.
For me, to develop will and moral courage is you must take action. Do the things you are afraid of doing. In fact, the longer way to act is the less brave you will feel. Taking initiative, getting outside of your comfort zone, and giving yourself the message that you are a brave person are the things that can make yourself more courageous.
How to develop will and moral courage. Develop and practice self-discipline. It keeps us pursuing our goals through tough times and it helps us to stay active even when we're not feeling great. Do mental strength training. It helps us to manage our thoughts, regulate your emotions, and behavior productively. Draw inspiration from people of great courage. It gives us both the means and the motivation to rise above, be creative, grow closer to our goals, learn from others, and achieve enhanced well-being. Repeatedly do acts that exhibit moral courage and will. It helps us to nurture the moral courage and will. We must strive doing the acts that manifest whenever opportunities allows it. Avoid deeds that show lack of moral courage and will. Run away from the act of showing irresponsibility, cowardice, ill will, and wicked that discourage our moral and will.
Developing will and courage involves self-control. It involves nurturing the ability to stick action, thoughts, and behavior which lead to the moral improvement and success. It, it passes in doing the inner strength and focus all the energy on a moral goal and preserve it until it's accomplished.
To develop will and moral courage, develop and practice self discipline is the first thing to do because nurturing the ability to stick to actions, thoughts, and behavior, which lead to moral improvement and success. Second, do mental strength training. By practicing to refuse to gratify every one of them, a person gets courageous and stronger. Third, draw inspiration from people of great courage. Because people usually admire and respect courageous person who have won great success by manifesting self-discipline and willpower. And lastly, avoid deeds that show lack of moral courage and will.
Ah, game. Bugoy na koy koy. Two joints parang